This 2-it lesson activity is in general activities and focuses on selecting picture elements. I'm going to show you not only how to focus on certain elements and details of a picture, but also how to pull them out and link them to a variety of web pages, notebook pages, and sound files. So let's see how this works. I'm in Notebook right now, and I have a picture here of the Hubble telescope coming out of the space shuttle, and I want to show certain elements that are in here and focus the students' attention on them. One of the areas that I would like to focus on is the solar panel that's right here, and I'll bring that out. So what I'm going to do is select the picture, the screen capture toolbar up here, make sure that Capture to New Page is not selected, and then I want to choose the freehand capture. Then I'm going to draw around an outline of that solar panel. What it does is it does a screen capture of that. I'm going to close the screen capture toolbar and drag that part that I just got, and I'm going to place it directly on top of the original section on the actual picture. Now the picture I don't want to move. When I select the picture, I notice that on the top right I have locked it in place. So I want to make sure that it is locked in place. That way I don't inadvertently move the whole background of the picture. On the selection that I just screen captured, I want to link a sound to it. Before I link a sound, I need to make that sound. So I'm going to use a program called Audacity, and I'm going to open that up, and I'm just going to click record. Now when I'm going to record it, I need to make sure that I use a microphone, and in this case I have a regular microphone that is attached to the microphone jack of my computer, or if I have a laptop, many of them have an integrated microphone in it. Regardless, I want to make sure that I'm talking close to the microphone. So I'm going to hit the record button up here and say a quick sentence. Solar panels help provide energy. And then I press stop. Now I can tell up here that there's some space at the beginning and the end, which I don't want. So I'm going to select from one area to the other and hit play. Solar panels help provide energy. That sounds good. So now I'm going to choose File, and then I want to export the selection as an MP3. And I'm going to save it to the desktop. I'm going to click the keyboard button on my pen tray to bring up my on-screen keyboard. Let me bring that up a little bit, and I'm just going to call this one Solar. I need to make sure that I tap into the correct area so it's able to type in, and then I'm going to hit Save. I'm going to minimize my keyboard. I don't need to put in any other information, so I'll click OK. Now it has saved that, and I'm going to minimize Audacity. I'm back into Notebook. Now that I've made that file and saved it to the desktop, I'm ready to link this object to that sound. I'm going to click the drop down and choose Sound. From here, it'll ask what sound to play. I'm going to browse, and I'm going to go to the desktop, and here is the file that I have just made called Solar, and I'm going to click Open. I can either have it as a corner icon or as an object. In this case, I'm going to have it as an object, and I'm going to click OK. Notice that there is nothing on here that gives any indication that I've done anything to this part of the picture. However, when I click on the part of the picture, solar panels help provide energy. And it could be to any other thing in here. Now you can not only link to other sounds, but you can also link to other pages. I have an astronaut that's over here, and when I click on the astronaut, I've done the very same thing that I've just done here, except I've told it to go to another page. So when I click here, it's going to take me to the second page, which talks about the differences you see in the helmets of now and from long ago. So we can discuss other things in another page. I'm going to go back to the original page by going to the Page tab over here on the left, and when I click it, I'm back in. I want to show you what it looks like, because if I click on the astronaut, it will do that action. But if I want to change what that astronaut does, I'm going to click away from it and continue doing the select until it is selected. Once it is selected, here I can do the drop down and go to Link, And in link, it'll say, I've selected already to choose a page in this file, which is page 2, to keep it on the object, as opposed to the corner icon. So now I'm going to click OK, and that's how you can set that up. Now another one that I have right here is the actual Hubble telescope. What's nice about doing this is that you can pull elements directly out of the picture. So I can grab the Hubble telescope and bring it down here, and now we can see the Hubble telescope without anything else around it, so we can focus on it. I already have linked this to a web page, and if I click the page that's down here, it's the corner icon, and it will bring up the Hubble site, and we can explore a lot more about the Hubble. So I'm going to close that page, which will bring me back to here. If I want to make one of those, a couple of things, I'll need to do a few things. One of them is to cut out the object that I want. In this case, it'll be the robotic arm. So I'm going to bring up my screen capture toolbar again by clicking the camera up here, and again choosing the freehand capture. Now I'm going to outline the whole robotic arm, and I come back down and across and then back to my beginning. It will now screen capture all of that. I'm going to close my screen capture toolbar. Now I'm going to move the robotic arm directly on top, and it will hopefully be in the exact same position. Close enough. Now if it isn't exactly, as you can tell, there's a little bit of difference on one spot and the other, you can change the size of it and make it fit. You can also rotate some of those things. That's good enough for right now. And now I want to link it to a website. But before I link it to a website, I need to find the website and then copy the address. So I've already found on another website in Wikipedia about the Shuttle Remote Manipulator System. So I'm going to highlight the web address. I'm going to open up my keyboard. Let's try that again. Highlight the web address, and now I want to copy it. I can do Control-C, and it will copy it. Another way of copying is to click the right mouse button on the pen tray and then selecting the web address, and what it will do is highlight. Let me try that one more time. Right mouse click and select, and then I can copy that whole web address. Either way will work just fine. I'm going to go back into Notebook, and now I want to select the drop-down menu and choose Link. And here I have the web page, and I'm going to right mouse click on the pen tray, choose the address, click paste. Now that whole site is in there. I'm going to keep this as a corner icon also. Click OK, and now I have a corner icon down here. So those are just some ways that you can use selecting picture elements to focus students' attention on a picture. Now it's time for you to get to it.